So we'll be reacting to a video. This one is Black America Culture is Dying. The Ghetto Black at Blame. Wow, guys. I really have no rights to this video, but I'm going to be reacting and putting my own comments on how I feel about all these things going on with the Black Americas, the Black ghettos, and everything. Because I know it's not easy, especially when they say one bad egg spoils the rain. Because I know it's not every of those Black America that are causing this. You get? It's not. It's not them. It's not them. It's not really them. But guys, this is so shameful. It's really shameful. I don't know why you guys are destroying your own self. You guys are trying to tear down your community. Your community is something that you're supposed to come together, grow up together, take yourself in another level. You see, when you see your fellow blacks trying to do things for themselves, trying to grow, trying to gain knowledge, you now tell the person you are trying to be white. How is that person trying to be white? When you see that person is trying to gain something from himself, to learn, you're telling that person he's trying to be white. How? What the heck? How? How? So you want to tell me that me being a black, I'm not white now, is an abomination? Me being a black girl, me say I don't even yeah, I'm not black. I'm in Nigeria. What is black? What is white? I don't know. I only know those things as color. Black is a color, white is a color, orange is a color, pink is a color, yellow is a color, brown is a color, skin brown is a color. They are all colors. And I'm not a color. I'm a human being, an African girl. So why you guys trying to separate yourself? That's not fair. Why? See, it will not be bad if you try to move out of your community to learn something. If you try to, okay now, let me use myself as an example. Or in this, if I see my fellow Nigerians, my fellow Yoruba person now doing something that is so sweet, maybe that Yoruba person now is going to a school, and I like that school. The school is very nice. So now me wanting to go to that school, now you say me I'm trying to be a Yoruba person. How is that possible? I'm not trying to be a Yoruba person. I'm trying to go to what I like. I'm trying to be what this Yoruba person inspired me. Like, I don't know why you guys are trying to change the tables. I don't know why, because it's not good, guys. And I'm so happy, and I know that this lady that came out to speak, she's a black. This lady that came out, she's a black. Like, according to them there, she's a black. And I know she'll be bashed by most of her people, her community. They will bash her a lot because she is saying the truth. Yes, because she's really saying the truth. Now this one now is ghetto blacks, and the ghetto blacks are 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 the one causing it. Ghetto blacks. So they are trying to say like you have ghetto blacks and you have blacks. The ghetto blacks. I could say maybe the hip hop music. Should I say they consider the hip hop music as their culture, as their what, as their gods or what? Like, I don't know why. I don't know why people like killing yourself, talking down on yourself, doing bad things to yourself. Like, I don't get it. And guys, in those days, your ancestors who you like claiming my ancestors this, my ancestors that, they were very good people. They were loving people. They were peaceful people. It's just they cohabit together with the whites. They live together. I don't know why people are trying to be how will I put it? Is it systematic racism? Why? Why is that? And it's not supposed to be so. Sometimes you guys will blame the whites for your own shortcoming. For your own shortcoming. Like, what did the whites do to you? What? It's not their fault for being white. It's not your fault for being black. So why are you blaming yourself? Why? This is just so bad. It's really, really, really so bad. Because you guys are too extreme. Like you guys are too far. Let's check this video out. Let's hear what this lady has to say about why the ghetto blacks are the ones bringing down the blacks.
Here is my little 2 cents that nobody asked for. I am sick of seeing Black Americans in the media, on social media, in the news, doing crime, walking around next to naked, the women, the men perpetuating gang violence, substance abuse. The absolute worst of our community is oversaturating the media, even though they make up a small percentage of all of Black Americans. The decay of our morality within Black communities has been slowly declining over the past 20 years, and no one is talking about it, no one is saying anything about it or trying to address it. And if you do, you are often told that you're policing Black bodies. If you say Black women, stop getting on the internet and in the media, twerking, walking around with little clothes on. People tell you that you're policing bodies, policing Black bodies, or it's respectability politics. If you are Black and you speak your piece on what we're seeing in the media, if you don't like seeing the low morality that is often portrayed about the Black community in the media, from the trap music to the Black women twerking in music videos and all over social media, the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds of the world, if you are Black and you take issue with it and you talk about it, you are usually called bourgeois, sadiddy, uppity, it's respectability politics, you're policing Black bodies and the like. And it's like, no, I'm Black too. And as such, this being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on. Your average Black American is a middle class, working class, blue collar Jane and Joe. The ghetto subculture, Black ghetto subculture that we see often portrayed and over inundated and oversaturating the media, those Black Americans make up a tiny percentage of Black Americans as a whole. But somehow they're in the media, overcompensating in the media, oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it, that it's gross, that it is destroying what Black culture actually is. It's co-opting Black culture as a whole and making it seem as though all...
Guys, like sometimes I feel as if the gangster rap music has led to the downfall of the community. Yes. Because everything about the rap is like this, right? It's just so funny. And guys, I don't even listen to them. I don't even, because there's one of my friend that love listening to its male friend. So I don't told him, guy, this thing that you're listening to now, I know it's not a Nigerian song, it's all these Black Americans. I've forgotten one of the names. Ah, Jesus. Well, I don't know why I like forgetting things like this. I've forgotten one of the names that he mentioned. Because I don't even know the person. I said, okay, you listening to this now, what are you learning from it? Because all about bust, the boobs, the bum bum, the this one. Then they'll now do this one too. They'll mention this one too. Then they'll mention this one too. It's just all about it. And I say, what are you learning? I was like, I don't ban you from listening to secular music, because there are some secular music that what they are saying is true and relatable, somehow relatable. You guys understand? But what are you learning from it? What are you gaining from it? Yes, what? Something that will not add value to you. You don't need to listen to it because it does not add any value to you. How does it add value to you? Does it add value to your spiritual life, your physical life, your social life, your educational life? Does it add value to your future? What do you want to be to in your future? Does it? Ask yourself that question. Sit down and ask yourself that question. Like, I think it's somehow leading the downfall of your community. And the most annoying thing is that bad behavior has has been celebrated or has become celebrated, or like bad behavior has been celebrated instead of, rather than condemning, is now being celebrated. Bad behavior, it's now being celebrated rather than condemning. Yes, I wish you guys would just stop calling hip hop the culture. It's shameful and it's not your culture. It can never be your culture. Hip hop can never be your culture. It can never.
Or it's respectability politics. If you are black and you speak your piece on what we're seeing in the media, if you don't like seeing the low morality that is often portrayed about the black community in the media, from the trap music to the black women twerking in music videos and all over social media, the Sukihanas and the Sexy Reds of the world. If you are black and you take issue with it and you talk about it, you are usually called bourgeois, sedity, uppity, it's respectability politics, you're policing black bodies and the like. And it's like, no, I'm black too. And as such, this being my ethnic culture as well, I have a right to have something to say about what I'm seeing going on. Your average black American is a middle class, working class, blue collar Jane and Joe. The ghetto subculture, black ghetto subculture that we see often portrayed and over inundated and oversaturating the media, those black Americans make up a tiny, tiny percentage of black Americans as a whole, but somehow they're in the media, overcompensating in the media, oversaturating the media. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I'm sick of seeing it, that it's gross, that it is destroying what black culture actually is. It's co-opting black culture as a whole and making it seem as though all of black culture is ghetto subculture. I'm not the only black American who takes issue with it. Because like I said, majority of black America is middle class, not in the ghettos, not out here perpetuating gang violence, promiscuity, and everything else. And I don't care if you claim it's respectability politics. I guess so. So be it. Because this is gross. It's getting really gross out here how blatantly disrespectful and low class we're acting on social media and in the media, on the internet, on TV. And you can claim that this is someone else's set of moral standards, but no, it isn't. It isn't. Look at black America in the 50s, in the 60s. Our moral standards back then, drastically different from what we have today, or what we're convincing ourselves is a moral standard today. Every racial group on the face of the planet has their own ghetto subculture within their respective racial and ethnic groups. This is the case for everybody, everywhere. White people, Asian people, Mexican people, you name it. The difference is that those racial groups and those ethnic groups do not allow their ghetto subculture to co-opt the entire culture as a whole and to represent the entire culture as a whole. They don't allow it. Everybody else within that respective ethnic group or cultural group or racial group has a right to say how they want to see themselves represented in the media, what they want to see and what they don't want to see, who gets to speak for them and who does not. Except for when you're a black American and you have something to say about the way that you see black Americans being portrayed in the media and you have a critique for your peers. You can't do it because it's respectability politics if you attempt to do it. Or you're judging your peers by a set of moral standards that somebody else created, which is a farce. From the Reconstruction era down through the 60s, black Americans had their own set of moral standards and social protocols that we adhered to. Ask your grannies, ask your great grannies, they'll tell you. I have had just about enough of seeing black culture being drugged through the muck by other black Americans who are perverting it and turning black culture, something that is beautiful, into something perverse. Showing their ass on the internet all the time. The men are constantly rapping and talking about gang violence. Our children are uneducated and stupid. We black culture, something that is beautiful, into something perverse. Showing their ass on the internet all the time. The men are constantly rapping and talking about gang violence. Our children are uneducated and stupid. We've created a cultural standard of promiscuity and single motherhood. And when a black American goes to critique and judge our peers, our fellow black Americans, and critique the condition of our neighborhoods today, they're shut down. That's respectability politics. You're policing Black Americans. If that's what it is, so be it. So be it. It needs to be said. And in order for us to attempt to escape accountability or responsibility on our own part, we claim that the conditions that we see in Black communities is being caused by somebody else. It's not our own fault. It's white people and it's structural racism or something or another. It's everybody else's fault except for our own. Give me a break. It's pitiful. It's pitiful that we refuse to take accountability for the things that we see going on in our communities. And sure, we can acknowledge that structural racism and the history of slavery in this country and discrimination and Jim Crow and Black codes and all of that has played a part in the conditions and some of the conditions that we see in Black communities. But we also have to be responsible for the ways in which Black Americans create their own conditions and contribute to the degenerative effects that we see going on in our communities. Black Americans who don't want to hear that immediately run to innocence. They rush to innocence. They claim that it's respectability politics to call out these issues in our community. They claim that it's policing Black bodies to call out the low morality and the moral decay in our community. Call it whatever you want. You're not going to get me to shut up about it. I'm Black. This is my culture too. I have a right to talk about and critique what is happening in my culture and have something to say about it. That's all.
I guess there's a clip. I posted that clip about what are you doing to whites? I mean, what I guess. And I watched that video and someone said he hates being white. Like, said that. Why will you hate yourself being white because you are being hated on? Is it your fault? Were you there during the slavery? What we are supposed to be, like, it was just so annoying for someone to say, I hate being white. Like, as if you are the one that formed yourself inside your mommy's womb or your mommy's womb to come out as white. What we are supposed to be running, what we are supposed to be gathering about, what we are supposed to be struggling for is the human race. That's all, nothing else. And there are some people that are being whitewashed, like black on the outside and white on the inside, which makes no sense. Yes, it really makes no sense. Just because you are black and you and enjoy things and have hobbies that are seen around the white community doesn't mean you want to be white. Just like what I just said, like a Yoruba person. I'm Igbo and I met a Yoruba person. Yoruba people now, maybe let's say, okay, let me go to the food. Yoruba people, like, their food is gbegiri and amala. So me wanting to eat gbegiri and amala doesn't mean I want to be Yoruba. It's because I enjoy eating it. I love the food. It's just so sweet. Same goes to the Yoruba person. The Yoruba person will want to eat abacha. Why? Because he or she loves eating abacha. Him eating abacha doesn't want to make him to be an Igbo person. No. Oh gosh. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, watch, and subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.